Namaste. Welcome to this 15-minute flow for runners. We'll start with downward facing dog, and as we go along I'll explain why these postures are really good for people who are really active. So let's get started. Come onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Bend the knees. I'm assuming you do a lot of running, so you might have tight hamstrings. Make sure that you lift the heels, push your tailbone back and up, and relax your head. Inhale deeply and softly. So let's paddle our feet one at a time. So we try to push one heel down and lift the other, and we change. So let's do that a few more times. That's your second. Don't rush. Just enjoy this beautiful flow to open up our hamstrings and hips. All right, so look forwards. We come into our Malasana, right foot next to your right hand. So you kind of bring it at the edges of your mats. So Malasana is our yoga squat. So I want you to drop your hips mindfully. If your heels are up, let them be. Okay, so put your fingertips on the ground, and so kind of swing from side to side. So that is where we are right now, Malasana. Bring your hands together. Inhale, lift and lengthen out of your pelvis. Exhale, fingertips. Send your right foot behind you and relax the knee. So there's a variation of your crescent moon. What I'd like you to do is to relax the back foot. Yes, and swing your hips from side to side slightly. Don't rush. So that's your 2, and we'll do another one, and that's your 3. Come into your downward facing dog slowly. Tuck your toes. Don't rush. So I want you to really enjoy this. Bring your left foot behind next to the right. Again, make sure your knees are soft. We try to extend the spine, give it good extension with strong arms. If you're able to, obviously you can lower your heels down. Fabulous. Look forward. Come into your Malasana once more. Come into it with fingertips. Will give you a little bit more room. So lower your hips once more. Bring the hands together. Fabulous. We'll send the other foot behind us now. Fingertips on the ground. Send your left foot behind you. A variation of this beautiful posture that also not only relaxes the hip, it also stretches the psoas. So 3 times, swing from side to side. So we do it like really gently. Very nice. Plant your hands down, come into your downward facing dog once more. This time bring your feet together, square your hips. So try to use your strength on the arms to push the hips back and up and relax the head. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation again through the nose. Right, we'll go into our lizard. Look forward, right foot next to your right thumb. Back foot, I want your back foot to move away from you as much as possible. So let's lower the knee first and position our right hand inside. So you have an option of planting your hands or bringing the elbows down. So wherever you are, I want you to enjoy this. Breathe in and stretching. We're going to be here for a bit. So make sure you're not forcing anything. Yoga is a beautiful activity for runners. It gets rid of soreness and tension. So next time you go for a run, you'll feel, oh my God, you know, I feel better. So all your joints, it gives you a bit more mobility and range of motion around the joints, as you know. So if you're doing this, you're probably an active person. You'll benefit from this, I promise you. So let's go into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. So we're not rushing, okay? So we really feel that beautiful opening. Okay, so keep breathing. Good, let's do the other side. Left foot next to your left thumb. So we first relax that back knee, position our left hand. So you have your options. If you relax the back foot, so you'll have a deeper opening at the front. Quadriceps maybe slightly will also benefit from it. Let's lower our elbows if we can. If not, don't worry about that. Just breathe and enjoy this beautiful posture. So otherwise I tell you, I want you to breathe through the nose, okay? So at all times. Yes, your mouth is slightly open, that's all right. So deep, slow inhalations and exhalations. Okay, so plant your hands down. We walk back to our downward facing dog. Very nice. This time what we'll do is we'll bring our right foot in the center of our mat and position our left foot behind the right. So I want you to push the hips, fingertips down, so you have this beautiful opening around the back of the legs. So as you see, pushing the hips more to get into the muscles that may be, you know, a little tight. I did running this weekend myself after 2 years. It really felt good. So shift your weight forward, bring yourself slightly forwards. I'd like that right foot next to the left, so you kind of cross leg now. So pushing the hips back again, relaxing the head. Beautiful. So the more the hips go back, obviously the more you'll feel this beautiful opening. Okay, so I'd like you to bend your right knee, yes, so that you don't use any other strength. Position your hands underneath the shoulders, then just enjoy that beautiful side stretch on the left leg. Okay, so we'll do the other side shortly. All right, so let's go back into our downward facing dog. Relax the legs. If you need to, you could shake it off also. In through the nose, out through the nose. Beautiful. Bring your left foot in the center, position your right foot behind it. Okay, so I'm on fingertips, so that really makes me balance. So pushing the hips back, as you know. Oh my god, that's really good to stretch, by the way. Yeah, you kind of using your core also to balance, and that's really beautiful. So we are opening one area and working the other, so that's really nice. So let's shift the weight forward so that we can send that left foot next to the right, cross-legged, and get into the hamstrings a little bit more. If you're able to, you could actually hug your legs and hold on to your calf muscle, and then you have an option of bending the elbows and bringing your forehead closer to your shin bone. Okay, so bring the fingertips down, soften your left knee this time so that you feel the stretch on the right side or your right leg. So keep breathing, enjoy this beautiful stretch. Okay, got right. Walk back to downward facing dog. Oh, you'll probably see the difference already. In through the nose, exhalation this time is through the mouth. Good. Bring your knees down. I'd like you to sit on your heels, please. So what we'll do is relax the ankles. Okay, so fingertips come on the ground on your mat. Imagine like you got an orange or something like that. So you've got all the fingertips down. I'd like you to lift your knee up as high as possible, then lower it down. So let's do the other one, and I'd like you to do more. So you just give this, yeah, see how that feels. Okay, so we'll try to do both this time. To be able to do that, walk your hands behind slightly more, engage your core, lean back and lift. Okay, so you're kind of sitting on your feet, right? So you pointed, your toes are pointed, lift a little bit more. If you're able to, you could let go using the core and bring the hands in prayer in front of your heart and breathe. Oh my God, that's beautiful. It's challenging, but it's nice. Okay, so lower down. So what we'll do this time is you tuck your toes under. Okay, so I know that if you're doing a little running, it's probably tight, you know. So if it is really tight, just tucking your toes under and pushing your heels back, then stay here, don't overdo it. If it is okay, so what we'll do, we'll lean back slightly, and if you feel absolutely fine, you sit on your heels, basically. So just enjoy this. Let's bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, and bring your shoulder blades together, and inhale, look up. Exhale, look down and relax the shoulders. Nearly there, okay? So one more breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very nice. Come into your tabletop position and relax your feet. So maybe you want to just shake them off or do little circles. Okay, so the next posture that I'd like, come into your downward facing dog, lift the hips and see all these changes. Beautiful. Right foot, point that right foot, send it forwards, and the knee comes down. Half Hanuman. That will really stretch your hamstring. I really like this posture. So it might be that, you know, you have to bend the front knee, that's fine. And if you are, make sure the hips are square, shoulders as well. So you're pushing the hip and looking forwards. Enjoy this. And if you're able to, obviously you're going to keep that leg straight, and you might want to lower down a little bit more as you open up a little at the back of the legs and lengthen those big muscle groups. You'll be able to do this, but the aim is to stretch and really feel slightly light, you know. Last breath in and out. Beautiful. Come into your downward facing dog. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do the other side. Left foot in between the hands, lower your right knee, hips back. You don't actually send the hips all the way back, so make sure that you stack it right where the right knee and the hip joint is. So I start with the knee bend. I mean, you might, even though you might be really open around the hamstrings, try this bent knee. It's really, really good. If you push the heel down and send the hips all the way back, then it's powerful. Because I'm quite open, if I was to just come down, I don't really feel anything. So flexibility sometimes is not that good. You have to work certain muscle groups to be able to feel that same opening. So I'm bending and sending the hips all the way behind that sofa. Okay, last breath in and out. Come into your downward facing dog, and we'll walk our dog. So walk your dog and see if there's any changes. What I'd like you to do now, point your right foot and place your foot just at the back of the mat, and your heel, it just wiggles from right to left, and do the same on the other side. Point, so all your 5 toes, actually front of your foot is pushing, so the heel then goes from right to left. Beautiful. Fantastic. Let's finish our floor in Malasana yoga squats. So bring your hands together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Come to your seated position, comfortable seated position, and see how we feel after this short practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let's bring our hands in prayer. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and enjoy the sensation that we've just created together. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.